Where Ends. Late Nocturnal Kids. Season 2, Episode 11. Today was Brandon's birthday, and Warren and his parents were invited to come over. When they got to Vertica's house, they saw many relatives and cousins there. Brandon was seen eating his own separate birthday cake. Brandon was fucking around with a new guitar that he got, and he was wearing a blue shirt with 2 white column stripes. Warren checked out some birthday gifts he got, and Warren thought they looked very expensive and awesome. Warren excuses himself from the dining area, and he went to explore around the house only to find many birthday decorations that symbolized Brandon. Warren then went in the jumper to play, and that is where he found another kid, who was actually one of his cousins that he had never seen nor met before. The kid said that his name is Nolan, and that he admits that Brandon has got some pretty cool stuff he wish he had. Warren said that he just went in Brandon's room, and saw his toys. Nolan said that he is 6 years old, and that he had ordinary toys that every kid would want for their birthday and for Christmas. The kid says he seems like a cool kid, and asked Warren if they want to hang out sometime, and Warren says yes. The next day, one of Warren's relatives, Niana, came over to his parents' house, and to his surprise, Nolan was there, and that is when he realized Nolan was one of Niana's kids. Warren said hi to Nolan as Niana went to say hi to Anna. They both agreed that Nolan and Warren can hang out together during the night of July 4th. That evening, Warren's mom drove her son Warren to her sister's house to ask Brandon if he wants to come hang out. In Brandon's room, Warren listened to Brandon talking about getting a toy car when he was 5 years old. He says that he always wanted to drive, and is planning on getting one that is blue and white, because those are his favorite colors. He also says that he doesn't want to get in the world's way by using an expired license, a wrong plate number, drunk driving, and other vehicle control issues like that. Warren said that whenever there is some boys' night out kind of thing, one person would be the driver to get to a place where they can have fun. The next day, it is the 4th of July, and Warren and his cousins had fun. Later that night, Warren, Brandon, Nolan, and Willie were out to have fun in an area that consists of places like restaurants, bars, lots of playgrounds, and other locations. Warren's uncle, Jim, took a drive to a bar where they could eat. Jim rented a nearby department room for him and the boys to spend the night at. While it was still dark, Brandon, Warren, and Nolan were outside the department pool area, and Brandon suggests they should sneak out to go have more fun. Brandon said he got money from his birthday, and he wants to use it to buy a hip-hop album that was recently released. Brandon quietly grabs the car keys, and lead Warren and Nolan to the car. Brandon decided to drive the car, despite the fact that he was too young. The 3 boys starts driving to another area of the city, when they spotted a firework event. Knowing that there were packs of fireworks in the car, they used this opportunity to use it for the event. When it was finally their turn, the 3 boys had trouble setting off their fireworks. Eventually, their firework finally went off, flying up to the sky and exploding into little fire stars. Warren, Brandon and Nolan earned some money for their best firework performance, and luckily for Brandon, it was enough to buy the hip-hop CD album. After Brandon purchased the CD at a thrift store, the three boys walk out the store. Unbeknownst to them, two secret spy agents are observing their every move. The three boys then use the money to buy some comics, candy, and snacks. When the trio starts walking back to the car, the two unidentified men pulls over to get a closer look at the boys. The two men asked about the CD that they bought, and Brandon said that he's been wanting it. Ironically, that is what the two spy agents were exactly on. The two spy agents wanted to know why he bought a CD when it is not suitable for him, due to its explicit content. Confused but willing to stay brave and unabashed, Brandon says he is okay with explicit content, but he comes to his honesty when saying he sometimes likes the instrumentals more than the lyric itself. Brandon then gives the middle finger at them before urging Warren and Nolan to run. Warren loses Nolan's and Brandon's trace, and he ended up running from the two men driving the car. At that point, fireworks were still going off from around the city, and it got pretty distracting when they got louder. Warren finally lost the two spying men, because the two unidentified men did not notice him over the darkness. Since Warren was lost, he tried to find his right destination before the two men could find him. Warren was desperate to be somewhere secured, especially when he observed Brandon driving when he didn't know how. Warren was tuckered and thirsty, so he went by a dumpster. As he drank a leftover wine bottle, in which he did not know it was wine, the two unidentified agents pulled up and pulled out their gun, demanding Warren to get in the car. When he refused, one of the agents shoots fire, but when the bullet hit the glass bottle, the bullet heads straight to one of the men and shoots their throat, causing their neck to bleed out. As the other man tries to help, Warren runs away with the glass bottle. Right then, Brandon found him, and all the three boys run back to the car. Brandon starts the engine, but when he started driving, he got so worried that he accidentally hit another vehicle. A man came out from the vehicle, and was nice enough to help them. Brandon was using his father's car, and did not want to be in trouble, so in a heartbeat, he kicks the man in the testicles, and quickly gets in the car. The man was about to call the cops, but the three boys finally drove off. This time, Warren was offered to drive the car, but Brandon had to stop him from running over people. When they finally got to their department room, they were relieved to find Brandon's father still asleep. By the way, it turns out the glass bottle Warren was holding was bulletproof, so he decided to keep it for himself. For the rest of the night, Warren, Brandon, and Nolan had fun with the stuff they got. Warren even liked the CD that Brandon bought. The next morning, Jim woke up his son Brandon and the other boys. Brandon's dad was confused why his car was parked in a weird position. Anyways, they drove to a restaurant where they would eat breakfast. After they were done, Jim expressed his sorrow to Brandon for not letting him do things he can control, but Brandon says he does not care what his mom says, he can handle explicit lyric. In fact, he is glad to be born in a country where he can do whatever the fuck he wants. Knowing how mature his son is, Jim hugged Brandon for knowing his stuff. As he and the boys walk out to go drive back to their hometown, Warren and Nolan nodded to Brandon about surviving what happened last night, but Brandon thought they barely did. Anyways, when they got back home, Warren, Brandon, and Nolan played with Brandon's birthday gifts, and had fun riding his motorcycle. The end.